You ready?
Yes.
Okay, if you pour out Legos, we will hear it.
I don't think you could hear it in the Mummy Returns one.
You could, bro.
I didn't notice it.
Whatever. Maybe
That might have been the part I drifted off during listening to last night. But if it wasn't, I just didn't notice today.
Right. Okay, here we go. Hey, you're listening to another episode of Amateur Hour. I'm your host, James.
Hello.
I'm joined by your co-host, Josh. I guess I didn't introduce you. That's my bad.
Hello.
Anyway, so we kind of like Amateur Hour is supposed to be a podcast talking about films, amateur filmmakers talking about films. And I've forgotten to say that for a while. So, amateur filmmakers talking about films, Amateur Hour. Boom. Anyway, this episode we're talking about E.T. Before we start talking about it, Josh, give me your Letterboxd rating. Okay.
2 stars.
2 out of 10?
Out of 5.
Out of 5. Okay. Which is a 4 out of 10, correct?
That is true.
Okay. Better than I thought you'd give it. That's crazy.
We should mention we're doing this because Spielberg has another alien movie coming out soon called Disclosure Day. So I thought it'd be fun. I thought it'd be fun to watch one of his other alien movies.
I thought we were going to watch all of them.
I would like to watch all of them.
We're going to do it.
Yeah.
We're going to do it because I'm having a good time.
We should.
If E.T. is a 4 out of 10, then I'm so stoked to see what the rest of them are because I've heard great things from you about at least 2 of them.
Well, there's 3. So
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the other 2 I forgot.
Yeah, I told you which ones we could watch, and I was like, well, which should we start with? And you said E.T.
And
I was just like, God dang it.
My rating, by the way, I gave it a 6 out of 10, and I'm contemplating going higher. I might go an 8 out of 10.
Really?
But I'm trying not to let my emotions get in the way of what I rate films, because a lot of the times when I rate movies on Letterboxd, I'll put my immediate reaction, and oftentimes after thinking about the film more, I would lower it, right? So I watched Alien the other day, and my immediate reaction was, I think, a 4? Immediate reaction was a 5, and then I went back and gave it a 4.
My reaction was,
But because it scared you.
Yeah.
But I think after maybe thinking about it more plot-wise, I might raise it up higher. Anyway, if you go look on my Letterboxd, don't trust anything I say. It's what it says in my bio. It says, The Mummy is my favorite movie, so trust nothing I say. Anyway, that being said, gave E.T. the Extraterrestrial 6 out of 10, may move it higher. I really, really, really enjoyed it. I cried at the end. And I finished watching the movie probably 10 minutes before we recorded this. And I was crying. Little tears streaming down my eyes.
I didn't cry.
It was so touching. Oh my God, I loved it. When I was little, my dad would be like, let's watch E.T. It's such a great movie. And I'd be like, I don't want to watch E.T., Dad. Stupid little James. How little he was and how little he knew about how good E.T. was. Anyway, so we'll get right into it.
How much wiser were you in your youth?
So it starts at the beginning of the movie, right? This space shuttle lands in this forest. E.T. hops out, and he's just wandering. He's looking around. And then some Men in Black types, alien researchers, I think they're from NASA, pull up in this car, and this dude gets out and he's got his jingling keys. I like the jingling key guy a lot. However, I thought he was going to be more intimidating at the end of the movie, as opposed to like, oh, I like E.T., actually. So, anyway, we'll talk about that later. But these Men in Black type get out from NASA, and E.T. is like, oh my God, I gotta stop moving. And he stops moving, And then his parents start calling him. And when they call him, his body makes a noise, basically, and he lights up. And then so all the NASA guys see him. And then he runs into the forest. And my favorite thing about him running is every time he runs, he goes, ah! And then puts his arms up into the air and basically floats, you know? And he's so fast whenever he runs. But whenever he's normally walking, he's like painfully slow. Like basically a toddler who doesn't know how to walk yet. You know? A toddler who could crawl would be faster than E.T. when he's walking. But
he's like Yoda in the Complete Saga.
Yeah. But when in the Lego Complete Saga, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
But yeah, when E.T. runs, it's just like he's just zooming, dude. He's so quick. Anyway, so he tries to get back to the mothership, yeah. And he can't make it, and they take off without him, and then he looks off into the into the
Dude,
California
low-key, his
suburbs.
family sucks.
They literally could have just waited a little bit longer.
They just leave him and they don't
Yeah.
come back or anything. They don't contact. They don't try to get him back. They're just like, well, he's gone.
he's probably
Also,
probably get eaten.
I don't really. The researchers, they pull up and they got their flashlights and they're looking for ET and such. It's
and they're missing the massive ship.
There's a big spaceship 100 feet away.
Yeah.
I assumed that's why they showed up here, because they saw that thing land.
They were running pretty far until they got to where the ship landed. I will say. Anyway, so he goes
not that far.
Goes out into the California suburbs, whatever, and he finds this shed, and there's this little kid. I don't know any of their names.
I cried at this movie and I can't remember the main character's name.
Elliot. God,
that's you.
Elliot.
Ah, dang it! All right, you got me.
I also didn't look it up. Elliot and Mike. Mike is his brother?
Yeah.
Yes! I don't remember the little girl's name or the mom's name.
It's Gertie.
Oh, yeah, Gertie. Anyway, so Elliot is, he's going to get pizzas for his brothers. His brothers are really mean at this point in the movie, or his one brother. He only has one brother. But his brother and his friends are really mean to Elliot. Then Elliot, throws a ball out into the shed where E.T. is. E.T. throws it back. Elliot freaks out, runs to the house. He's like, guys, there's a goblin out there, E.T. And then everybody makes fun of him. We find out that there are some family troubles with Elliot. His dad left his mom or whatever and now is in Mexico. And his mom is pretty upset about that. But she's still dressing pretty foxy later in the movie on Halloween. Whatever.
Okay.
That was okay. We'll talk about the Halloween scene in depth later. But I remember watching the movie, and then she came out, and E.T. was just drooling over. Maybe it felt to me like the joke was E.T. saw Elliot's mom in this cat outfit and was like, "Whoa, that's what the joke was supposed to be." That's what it felt like. I don't know if I misinterpreted that.
I didn't get that.
Anyway, there was one point.
Personally, I didn't get that. I was just...
When's the last time you watched E.T.? Were you checking out the mom?
I watched it 2 nights ago.
So, there was one point as well where they're playing D&D or whatever, and Elliot's mom bends over, and one of Mike's friends goes to touch Elliot's mom's butt. And then Mike is like, stop. And that felt weird to me. I don't think that was really necessary. I don't think that's normal child behavior.
It was the 80s, man. It was a different time.
I don't know. Maybe I was hanging out with, church crowds, but none of my friends tried to touch my mom's butt.
Insightful commentary.
Anyway, so
You never know what you're gonna say during one of these episodes. You really don't.
Dude, I was listening to I thought that our like top 31 movies of 2025 was not going to be a good episode. Cuz I'd like on the file I saved it as like needs editing, capital needs capital editing. And then I was listening to it earlier today, and we are so funny. Dude, I was cracking myself up. You were cracking me up.
Yeah, I re-listened to it, and it's like every time we said, "Oh, we're gonna cut that out," I would go, "What if we didn't?"
and then
we never did.
Never did. But that's why it's on the Patreon. If you guys want to, support our Patreon, would be much appreciated. It's 100% free, but we're gonna pretend it's for $1, okay, for the bit. Anyway, so back to E.T., the extraterrestrial. So, Elliot, some time passes. Elliot brings in E.T. With little M&Ms, or are they Skittles? I'm pretty sure they're M&Ms.
I think it's Reese's Pieces.
Oh, at first I thought they were jelly beans, and that was really funny to me for some reason. But Reese's Pieces, I can get behind that. He likes peanut butter. Okay. Leads him into the house with Reese's Pieces and shoves him in the closet. And then he starts developing a connection with Elliot. Now, I may need your assistance with understanding what's going on, so I'm going to give my understanding of it. And if I am incorrect, please correct me. So, basically, through some magical, sci-fi force, E.T. and Elliot's, hearts are connected. I guess not hearts, brain. Later in the movie, Mike is being interrogated by the NASA people, and they're like, can he read are their thoughts connected? And Mike is like, no, Elliot feels what E.T. feels. So, is it thoughts or is it feelings? I don't know.
It's kind of just whatever.
It's kind of whatever. Okay. Do you not like that because it's inconsistent? Is it inconsistent?
It's pretty just whatever the plot wants at that moment.
Okay.
Is what they feel.
I could see that where it's kind of inconsistent. However, I could also excuse it because
at this point, it's like Elliot's doing
because what confused
E.T.
me
is
about
actively seeing.
Yeah, because can E.T. control Elliot at some times, right? When E.T. he starts drinking all those beers. E.T. loves Coors Banquet, confirmed, by the way. E.T. is literally me, gets drunk and watches cartoons. No, I'm just kidding. I don't really watch cartoons, but I do get drunk a lot. Anyway, so E.T.'s getting drunk. And then because E.T. is getting drunk, Elliot is also getting intoxicated. And then E.T. runs into a cabinet and bangs his head. And then Elliot, reacts like, oh, dude, I got a headache kind of thing. So Elliot can feel what E.T. feels. But how come when E.T. was later in the movie, E.T., after he's contacting his family, basically he gets found next to a ravine and he's basically a corpse, and Elliot looks pretty fine to me. He's got a cold, but he's not, E.T.'s on the ground decrepit, looks like a corpse, and Elliot's got the sniffles. That doesn't really seem to, work out. And then at one point, right, E.T. is watching TV. E.T. watches TV, and he sees he's watching a Western or something, and the I think it's maybe a John Wayne movie. John Wayne goes and kisses this woman, and at the same time, the TV kisses the woman. Elliot goes and kisses one of his classmates that he has a crush on. So, E.T. can mind control or something? I don't know.
It's just whatever.
And then also, E.T. compels Elliot to release all the frogs. You should have seen my face when the teacher started. Also, I like how, like, till the end of the movie, no adults are. All the adults are just shown from, like, the waist down. You know, I like that. Not showing their faces. I don't know what the purpose of it is. I don't know what Spielberg's vision was.
Pushing the kid's perspective.
Okay. I can get behind that. Either way, I liked it. No matter what, I don't really care what the meaning was behind it. I enjoyed it. Anyway, so when the teacher's putting the chloroform in with the frogs, you should have seen my face when I was like, "What? You're gonna just kill the frogs?" Because I was confused. He was like, "We're gonna dissect the frogs," and you'll notice its heart is still beating. And I was like, "What? Aren't they dead?" And then I was like, "Oh no, they're not dead. They're gonna, make them pass out." And I was like, "Dude, that's messed up." So I'm glad he let all those frogs loose. Do you have any thoughts?
I just don't really like that sequence.
You don't like that sequence,
it doesn't really serve any purpose,
right?
Like, I feel like we already understand their connection with each other.
Yeah.
It's just to go, oh, look at this fun. Look, E.T.'s drunk. Isn't that funny? And personally, not really.
I thought it was funny.
And it's like, oh, look, he saves all the frogs and he kisses a random girl we met in this scene alone, and she'll never show up again.
Yeah, that is true.
It's just like, I don't really care about the girl or the frogs.
Because I would say, because that's more on the writer than the director, yeah?
Yeah.
Who wrote E.T.? Written by screenwriter Melissa Matheson.
We all know her.
Let's see what else she wrote. Well, I don't know what she wrote, but I know she died of
Twilight Zone, the movie.
Oh no! Isn't that notoriously bad? Notoriously terrible?
Oh, it's notorious for other things.
What's it notorious for?
Well, it did oh
no.
It did notoriously kill a guy and 2 children with the helicopter.
Like IRL?
Yeah.
Whoa, well, that's not her fault. She didn't write that in the script.
Well, I didn't say that. It's just that's kind of notoriously what it's known for.
Well, I didn't know that. Oh no! All I know is that she
killing people.
Neuroendocrine cancer. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, you can find the video online.
Really? Of her dying from endocrine cancer?
Just dying. These 2 kids, they just get decapitated by a helicopter.
What? I feel like we have to cut that out, dude. Man.
I'm just explaining what happened historically. It's pretty messed up. And then they left that whole segment in, and the director was kind of, people were like, "Hey buddy, you should be in trouble for this." And the studio was like, "Nah." And he was like, "Nah, not my fault, bro."
That's crazy.
Yeah. But she wrote Steven Spielberg's section of the Twilight Zone movie, which is one of the lesser sections of that movie, because it's in sections. It's in movie.
Huh.
Anyways, back to E.T. and not children dying.
Man, what a bummer. Anyway, I had a question. Oh, at one point, or I guess it was a comment. At one point, Elliot's like, "Guys, I found E.T." And then somebody starts singing the Twilight Zone, like, do 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 do. Someone starts doing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I must have missed that.
Yeah. Was it a reference? Reference from Melissa? Just kidding. Anyway. So I don't remember where we were, quite frankly.
We were kind of jumping around a bit. Last thing we were on was the frogs and such.
Okay, the frogs. Anyway, so then he goes home.
E.T.'s connection with Elliot.
Yeah. And
You know what? I just hate E.T.'s powers because he just has like literally anything. He has telekinesis. He connects with Elliot in any way the film wants.
I feel like it's pretty consistent, other than when he connects with Elliot. I will say though, I don't. Well, we'll talk about it later.
It's like consistent that he has telekinesis, but it's also like, why does he have telekinesis?
Well, he's an alien. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Just be happy and also give him power of the sands and the glory of invincibility.
Oh, you're so right.
Yeah, dude. And then, they could have gave him power to make water face walls.
Yeah.
Could have been worse.
Anyways, he sees a comic book that has someone like calling people. He's like, oh, I should have phoned home.
Yeah, and then he learns English.
It's like, you didn't think of that earlier? At any other point? It took a whole comic panel.
My family's gone. I guess it's over.
Guess there's nothing I can do. I assume he would understand about communication since it's literally built into his body. Because he has that weird red communication thing. But anyways, he builds a phone, and
then at this point, Gertie and Mike also know about E.T.
Yeah, and they're trying to keep it from his mom.
Yeah, and Mike is now being nice to Elliot, so I'm a big fan of that. I like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, they go out into the woods. We're skipping a lot. But that's okay, because it's not really important to the plot.
What have we really skipped? I think you're seeing one of my problems with this movie.
Really nothing important.
Nothing's really important.
Yeah, it's just kind of filler.
You're starting to see now.
Mr. Spielberg.
I'm not going to lie, I was really bored watching the movie, because I was just like, nothing's really happening.
I thought it was really fascinating watching E.T. do his little E.T. things, and also just run around and be scared. Actually, a lot of the movie was like a lot of my, I guess, stress while watching the movie just came from like, why is E.T. walking so slow? And oh my God, somebody's going to scare him and then he's going to out himself. He's a very...
I think your enjoyment of this movie is heavily dependent on how emotionally attached you get
to E.T.
this little goblin being. I don't care for him.
Yeah, I guess if you're just... I don't think
he's very interesting.
You won't really like E.T., is what you're saying.
You know what? Here's what I'm going to throw out. You know what movie has a very similar plot?
What?
And is way better?
Hit me with it.
The Iron Giant.
Oh, dude, it's been a while since I've seen the movie, but I remember
crazy alien with wacky powers crashes on the Earth, and befriends a boy who's missing his father, and kind of fills those holes in the kid's life as a friend and meaningful connection. Giant. I did like a week ago.
I will watch it and do a video on it as a
meanwhile, the government's coming and trying to get this alien. And you know which movie's way better than E.T.?
The Mummy.
It's The Iron Giant. It's The Iron Giant, because a lot more happens. There's a lot more like side characters we give stuff to do. The Iron Giant himself has a ton of development, and like I'm really attached to the Iron Giant. What does E.T. have? He's just kind of on Earth screwing around, accomplishing nothing. Smart enough to build a telephone, but in all other respects, he's like just really stupid.
He also does not like potato salad.
I don't really care about this E.T. guy. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's a big problem I have with the movie.
I think you're right, but I also think you're a hater, and I do love E.T., the little guy. I love him. So
What is?
You're
I
gonna
just don't think he does anything crazy.
change my rating of the film, but you're not gonna change my opinion of E.T. the character,
That's fine.
whom I adore.
Because I know the truth. I'm the only one out there who knows the truth. The little animatronic that everyone says is cute. E.T.'s a loser, and he sucks.
A loser, huh? Wow.
Yeah, look how slow he is. Look at how he gets lost on this planet.
Dude, he's so fast when he wants to be, dude. I bet he'd outrun you. I don't,
Oh yeah,
I don't
and he
like-
can
I don't like
fly. He can fly.
Consistently fast he is.
If he gets on a little thing, he can
gets on a
lift
peg.
it up and fly.
Yeah.
Why can't he just do that with his body? Is there anything stopping him? I doubt it. So why didn't he just fly to his ship? Is he stupid?
Man,
No. They just didn't think about it. That's all I'm saying.
chess piece
That's all I'm saying.
moment.
I don't like E.T. I just don't like him.
Knight to
He
E5.
goes around and he
Imagine
drinks
chess-
and he bumbles around, and he doesn't seem to understand how he's affecting Elliot. But he can build a whole phone
Anyway,
that contacts space.
let's lock in.
Or just-
let's hit some plot.
I am locked in. I'm locked in on how much I don't like this little gremlin.
He doesn't like the grandma.
Anyways,
So then they go out.
feel free to go on.
We're gonna skip a bunch. It's Halloween now.
There's nothing to skip. That's the thing. What are we skipping?
We're just gonna move to the important parts.
They
I'm
dress
sorry,
up
I'm
for
sorry.
Halloween and go out, and he does his phone,
Yep.
and then he just leaves Elliot. Why does he leave Elliot?
I was gonna say that too. Yeah, that doesn't really make any sense.
He sucks.
I don't know
E.T.
how
sucks.
he ends up in that little gutter. I don't understand, and I also don't understand why he looks so disheveled. Why is he dying? Is it because
Because he's... See, okay, what the film says is because he's, like, away from home, he's dying.
okay?
Okay?
That's
And then,
but I feel like his ship comes back. His ship is not home, I assume, unless there's something on the.
Oh yeah,
ship.
no, I have a massive problem with this. He dies because he's away from home for so long.
Yeah.
And how does he come back to life?
Because he finds out somehow that the ship is close by. He's not home. He's still on Earth.
The ship just starts like coming back, and that's what saves him. So it's like, what really killed him?
There must be
What made him so sick?
like proximity thing within the ship. And he has to remain close to that. But that implies that his family genuinely left.
You were just going home.
They didn't stay near Earth. They were like, "We're all right. Bye, ET. You're dying."
You think if these guys have some connection to the ship, his family wouldn't go that far away?
Yeah. Man, this doesn't really make any
super
sense,
weird.
man. Whoa, I might have to
also
lower
just-
might have to lower my score on Letterboxd. See,
I
this
also
is-
just hate the fact he dies and comes back. Like,
yeah.
okay,
Also-
he's dead for one scene, and then
Okay, wait. So
Whatever.
it's Halloween. He sends out the signal, and then Elliot wakes up and he's like, "Where's ET?" And ET's gone. Elliot
E.T.
finally goes
abandoned
back
you
home.
like your father.
Whoa! ET goes back home.
It's true.
Um,
And we're supposed to like this creature?
this abomination. Elliot goes back home.
He is
and
an
he's like,
abomination.
Mike, you gotta go find ET. And Elliot's like, has a cold. And then Mike finds ET, and ET's just like strewn across the ground. There's a raccoon on his forehead.
He overdosed on ketamine.
Hell. Yeah. Oh, at the very
That's-
beginning, there's a lot of pop culture references in this. There's, specifically to Star Wars, they started he was showing E.T. his Kenner action figures, and I thought of you.
I like that because I have some of those.
And then I also started looking into Kenner action figures, and yeah, I didn't know that Ponda Baba or whatever didn't have a name in the original Star Wars. Originally. And Kenner was just like, Walrus Man.
Yep,
And
I love Walrus Man.
So I didn't make the connection that
Snaggletooth.
Walrus Man was Ponda Baba or whatever. Anyway, that's unimportant. E.T. sees Yoda, a guy dressed as Yoda. He's like,
he recognizes him.
home. You know?
That's kind of funny, I guess.
But I feel like it adds weird implications to the lore.
That is true. Because then it's like, well,
so Star Wars is
it's
real
a movie,
universe,
but also real. Yeah. I don't think it's big enough. I really care.
Okay. You nitpicking everything else.
I don't think I'm nitpicking. I think I'm making some very important and valid points here.
Fine. So anyway, then they find E.T., they bring him back to the house, and then the mom sees E.T., she freaks out, and this whole time, throughout the movie, E.T. and Elliot were just hanging out and having a grand old time, and they would show shots of the NASA dudes spying on the house, just hanging outside. And
ooh, they're slowly but surely closing in on him.
They're gonna get him, and the music would go sinister. It would be like, But then when they invade the house, and this dude in a NASA suit, a spacesuit, just like puts his arms up and starts walking forward like a classic mummy. Oh, also speaking of, Casey Kasem makes an appearance in this movie.
I don't know, guys.
Casey Kasem is one of the most famous radio announcers, disc jockeys of all time. He would do this is the top 40 counting down. And he also plays Scooby-Doo.
Okay, I do know him.
Yeah. I won't throw a clip in here, but there's a clip in here where he's like talking about or there's a clip somewhere on the internet where he's like he reads something about he's like doing a read over the air, and he's like, I just want to apologize about your grandma dying, something like that, like honoring his grandma. And then the next song that came on was like Hot for Teacher or something like that. He's like, I can't keep doing this shit. I can't keep reading these sad over the air announcements and then following it up with a not somber song. Anyway, it's a funny video.
I think I've seen that. It was pretty funny.
Look up Casey Kasem.
Crash out.
Yeah, that's a good term. Anyway, but Casey Kasem is the guy that's reading the. At least I think, I didn't Google it, but I recognize the voice. He's doing like the B is for Bapple. I got Bapple on the brain. B is for boy. P is for phone. E.T. phone home. Anyway.
It's crazy the amount, the places we go in these episodes.
We're just going everywhere, bro. Amateur hour. More like amateur, they talk about whatever the hell they want. Anyway, I was trying to make something work.
Very clever, James. You know what? I can't do this anymore. We're trying to sit here seriously talking about movies, and you're just talking about whatever you want. I quit the show.
No, you can't. I refuse. So, he's gonna go build Legos. Son of a bitch. Did he leave? I can't tell, actually. I'll just keep going.
All right, I got bored. I'm back.
Okay. Yeah. Have Josh try not to talk about movies. He can't do it.
Did I miss anything?
No.
Okay.
I just talked about, the in-between points of E.T., so nothing important.
Yeah.
No, nothing of substance.
But anyways, the government invades, and they kind of...
There's a guy walking like a mummy in a spacesuit, and I felt like it was weird. Just like, the acting of the spacesuit people.
Yeah, because
Believable.
they're walking like they're in zero gravity.
Yeah, and
That's how they walk. And
they're-
it's like, I'm
I
pretty
think
sure they're
walking
walking.
like mummies, like traditional Scooby-Doo mummies. You know.
Well, I think they're meant to be. Let's discuss something, which is the scariness, quote unquote, of this movie.
Yeah, they're supposed to be scary, but they're not.
They're meant to be these spooky guys. You get the spooky music whenever you see the government. The opening scene, which I like until the humans show up, is shot pretty like.
I would say the whole movie.
It's shot in a way where it's kind of mysterious and spooky, which I think Spielberg does pretty well in his other Alien movies. And here it's like, it's very minimal. And I wish there was a bit more of spookiness with the aliens and uncertainty. But, you know, it's meant to be super heartwarming and cool that this crazy, stupid goblin creature is, you know, psychically connecting with this child without his consent and slowly getting him sicker and sicker and starting to kill him. But
Yeah. I don't.
anyways,
Why does his connection slowly kill him? I don't understand that.
you see, James, they're connected, and because
of
E.T.'s
course.
dying,
Right.
Elliot's sick.
Duh.
That's
Of course.
they're connected.
No other explanation needed.
Yeah. But yeah, they make the humans. I got a bone to pick with this. They make the government super spooky and scary. And Elliot's like, you gotta let E.T. go, you're gonna kill him. And it's like, realistically, these guys are pretty heroic, arguably. This crazy alien has showed up, has gotten this kid sick, which, you know, gives him every right to quarantine him. You know,
Yeah.
because E.T. could just come with some crazy virus and kill everyone. And it's like, okay, so the government doesn't kill E.T., but the movie kind of frames it that way. It's like, the government's just kind of like, there. If they let E.T. go, what would happen?
He'd still die.
E.T. would just die anyways. Because what are they going to do? Fly E.T. up to a ship?
I wish that they had leaned more into the government being the bad guys, but I guess that's overplayed. I like
See, if you want that, Close Encounters of the Third
Punch.
Kind does it way better.
yeah. I
would really... Close Encounters of the Third Kind does everything in this movie, but better. Which is very interesting, because that one came out first. So it's like, I don't know what happened.
I remember.
I just think this one gets too... It's too optimistic and kind-hearted, which I'm not saying as like a cynic, but it's missing these aspects that I think would really improve the movie.
Right. Yeah, if E.T.
Like the aliens being unknown and mysterious, or the government being more dubious, because it's really strange that I'd like to talk about Keys. Can we move the Keys?
like Key Jangling?
No, the guy, his character name is Keys.
Oh, is it really? That's so lazy. What do you mean his name is Keys?
We don't. Like they refer to him as Keys in the credits because we don't know his like name or anything. So there's this guy who's leading the agents, and he has these keys.
Yeah, every time
time he shows up in the movie and walks around, we only shoot his keys. And
I thought it was
this is something
scary looking as hell.
Spielberg does every now and then, where before he introduces a character, he shoots them like from behind or doesn't shoot their face.
Indiana Jones.
Like the opening of Indiana Jones, exactly, which works really well at making you like want to see this guy.
Who's this guy?
And they show Keys, and they show his keys, and they play the spooky, ominous music, and he shows up, and he's kind of just like, I don't have a problem with the actor, but once he shows up and starts talking, he's kind of just a normal dude.
Yeah,
And
he's
it's
not
like,
scary.
we set him up the whole movie as this kind of dubious or ominous person. And he shows
Actually,
up and
I'm
he's
a
just...
guy. I don't want E.T. to die. I want to help him too.
Yeah, and it's like...
And also...
You show the rest of the government being like, scary and such. I just don't get it. I just don't think it comes together at all.
Yeah. And at the very end, also, when he's walking into the quarantined house after they've invaded the house and quarantined it off, he's walking in and you just hear the keys jingling. Which
his keys
like if I was a young,
jingle super loud.
Yeah, if I was a
the whole
young
movie.
child, I feel like I would have missed it. I paused.
I don't think you could miss it.
Rewound.
It's so loud and obnoxious.
Whatever.
His keys, the whole movie.
Maybe.
It's like, look, I got
jaded.
keys. Sometimes I wear my keys. Oh no, I'm not saying you're stupid for missing it. I'm saying I think it's annoying how loud his keys are.
I didn't miss it. I was like, oh, that's the key guy. Let me rewind and make sure that it is actually the key guy. Because I didn't know if that was like intentional. I didn't know if that was intentional sound effects or if that was from the pirating of the movie. So.
Oh, you mean legal watch?
The legal watching of the film, of course.
Yeah.
On YouTube, sometimes YouTube fucks
right, of course.
crap up. Like The Mummy, they just forgot the Egyptian subtitles.
Yeah.
Anyway, unimportant. So,
look, I'll say I like the fact that Keys is like, hey man, I don't want E.T. to die. I'm interested in following this case because I'm super invested in like seeing extraterrestrial life.
There should have been
for some reason
clue
they don't
to
like take
that.
advantage of that, and the whole movie they set him up to be kind of a bad guy.
Yeah.
And so it just doesn't come together.
Which could be a cool subversion of expectations, but yeah, they don't build on it.
Yeah, it's like, what if this guy you set up as a bad guy who actually isn't bad and likes aliens helps them out at the end?
Yeah, and so
you could do something like that, but you don't do that.
That's what I thought it was gonna do. Once they revealed that he was actually, a chill guy, I thought he was gonna help him out.
What would change in this movie if you took Keys out?
Nothing. What if you just
nothing would change? It would be the exact same movie
as well, and nothing would have happened.
Yeah, low key.
It would have got rid of the cool ass bike scene. I was a fan of the bike scene when they were,
I don't like the bike scene at all.
You don't like the bike scene, dude? What?
Okay, look,
why?
They're outrunning cop cars on bikes, and the police are like, the police are super incompetent. Like, they'll set up their bike at the bottom of a hill and be like, oh, we got them now. They can't get past us now.
Yeah.
And they just go over them with the bikes.
Yeah.
They do stupid stuff like that. Like the whole
6 bikes.
The whole chase scene. The cops are just super incompetent.
I thought it was shot well, and I liked the bike tricks. That was my big thing about the bike sequence.
I think it's stupid.
I think the whole movie is shot very well, personally.
Yeah, it's shot pretty good.
So props.
I think the bike chase is just bad, and it makes the police stupid. And it's just like, whatever. Yeah, you cut the government out. You lose one bad chase scene. You don't lose anything else because the government doesn't really affect anything. The movie tries to be like, oh, the government's killing E.T. And I've seen a bunch of people just saying that, and it's like, no, they don't.
Yeah, and also I feel like maybe the father thing wasn't necessary either, because the dynamic
That's like
between E.T. and Elliot isn't like a fatherhood thing. It felt to me more like a brother thing. So maybe if his
I
brother
think that's
died,
fine. Like
as opposed to his father leaving.
he's missing his father. He's not very like outgoing and such. And E.T. kind of changes him so he is. By arguably strange means, by kind of controlling his actions. But
Mind control.
it's kind of weird. He's just kind of controlling a child, forcing his will on him. It may not be intentional.
List.
E.T. But E.T. went to Epstein's Island.
Into the island, bro. E.T. fought.
That's where they went right after
E.T.
the
fought
right
the
after
island.
the right after the credits rolled. His ship landed down on Epstein's Island.
Well,
And Epstein was like, dude, I'm so glad you called and we found you. You were missing this great party. We could really use.
E.T. only went for
We
the
could
scuba
really
dive.
use. We could really use your skills to control these kids and make them do whatever we wanted.
Whoa. Oh,
And E.T. went. E.T. He suddenly dropped the act. He was faking the fact he couldn't talk, and he went, "Heck yeah,
man,
my
I got
man
you."
Jeff," and like dapped him up. And suddenly he's like walking fast and such. It's like
Yeah.
how
And he's like,
it's like
"Can I
how
get
Stephen Hawking faked
I get one of those
disabilities.
Can I get one of those nice polos you got there? Can
Yeah,
have the
can I just
polo?
order some pizza?
Whoa. Anyway, so then, E.T. is dying. They're in the quarantine area. E.T.'s passing away. All the scientists are studying him, and they're like, "Oh, he has six chromosomes instead of 4. How many chromosomes? 2 chromosomes. Six DNA something." Anyway, they're like, his DNA is different than a human. Okay. Of course it is. Look at him. And then they're like, oh, he's synced. His brain waves are synced with Elliot. And then Elliot starts talking like E.T., which I wasn't a big fan of that. And then E.T. starts to die, and everybody starts to cry, and then Elliot lives. Elliot,
And Elliot's like, "I love you."
yeah. I love you, E.T.
You know what? You know what movie does that?
What?
Iron Giant.
Oh, I
And
thought
it's
you were going to
better.
say, Of Mice and Men.
Did you cry? Is this when you cried? Because you cried allegedly?
No. I cried at the very end when E.T. hugged him.
I didn't cry.
And E.T. was like, ouch.
You know what I did? I said, get away from that child. Do not touch him.
Don't move. Dude. It's okay.
It's true. Have you
Then-
seen that skit?
What skit?
Somehow I only just now thought of it. It's a skit by like Almost Friday TV, and it's like an ET parody, but he's like asking the kids to bring him like his parents' pills because they're like gravity pills, and he's like, they're like, we have to get ET because his name's Teeper in the skit. We have to get Teeper because he's like touched people in like 50 different star systems. Anyways, it's really funny, but I've only just now like remembered it.
What? Teeper. Okay. I'll look it up.
Yeah, Teeper.
Anyway.
But it's like just an ET parody. But really, if you really think about ET, it's like ET's pretty dubious, bro. If you really put some standards on him,
Sinister little alien.
because everyone's like, "Oh, ET's so cute. He's so harmless." Suddenly, it's fine when he's doing all these crazy things to this 10-year-old boy without a father. This is a weird movie, okay?
All right.
I hate to be the one. I hate to be the one person saying E.T. is a bad movie, and I don't care at all about his relationship with this child. But I'm going to be the one to say it. I'm the one to say it.
Josh is the one to say it. Josh is doing
E.T. dies,
doing the brave thing.
and then and then he comes back to life because his ship starts coming back. It's like,
And
whatever.
They also start to
Stupid
do
cop out.
a bunch of life-saving treatments on E.T. Even though E.T. is not a human, he doesn't have human anatomy. So how do they know, chest compressions and...
Well, it's worth a try.
Yeah. Anyway, so the flowers come back to life. E.T., brought some flowers back to life a while ago. E.T.
Yeah, you can
to just keep things alive.
Yeah.
I don't know why he can't do that with himself or Elliot.
Well, because he's connected with Elliot.
Whatever.
Duh.
Duh, idiot. Come on. So yeah, Elliot goes and unzips the body bag where E.T.'s in, and E.T.'s like, E.T. phone home, E.T. phone home, and he says it a bunch of times. Just has a little aneurysm. Tis a moment, and then Elliot pretends that he's dead.
You said Elliot unzips, and I was like, dude, what is E.T. making him do now? Oh, jeez.
Elliot pretends that E.T.'s still dead, and they put E.T. in the back of a truck, the Nassau guys do. And then E.T. and his brother Mike, Elliot and his brother Mike steal the van, and then they race off to this park, and then that's when the bike chase scene happens, and then E.T. makes all six bikes go up in the air with his anti-grav tech or whatever. And
he makes them fly.
He makes them fly. And
he should have just done that with the car.
Yeah.
Idiot. I hate E.T. Sorry, I hate him.
He lands in the forest.
I hate this goblin. And they land in the forest, and his family shows up, and he goes with his family, and Keys is watching, and the mom's watching, and they all say goodbye. It's like, yeah, good riddance. Get off our planet, freak.
And that's our review of A.T.
Have I changed your mind on this movie, James? Nothing happens. Keys is a useless character. They're very confused on what they want the government to be. A lot of it is just weird.
All right, from a
pretty weird.
And
E.T.'s bad. E.T.'s a bad character. His powers are just whatever.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
His finger lights up. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That's a crazy power. He can levitate objects. He can build phones, but he's also stupid.
I just thought of something. Right, whenever he heals an injury, his finger lights up. Right, so he touches Elliot's,
Whoa! He what? He touches Elliot.
Elliot cuts his finger. And E.T. touches his finger and heals it. And then later, Mike has this fake knife in his head, and E.T. goes to, touch it with his finger and to heal him. And then at the very end of the movie, Elliot's crying, and then E.T. touches his forehead. So does that make him not sad anymore? What's...
That's because he's erasing his memories of what he did to him. This is partially a bit, but it is genuinely I don't know why it's being celebrated. E.T.'s taken this child's autonomy, force him to do things with weird psychic connections, made him drunk and
release
such.
The frogs. What's next? Anyway, any closing thoughts for E.T.?
I don't like E.T. I don't like the alien. I don't really care about the movie. I don't think because, we can look at a better movie, Iron Giant, Elliot's connection with his mom isn't really explored. His siblings, their connection, I don't think is anything special either. It's just such a basic movie with a bunch of elements that don't work, and a plot that's really thin. As you may notice, how long have we been going?
54 minutes.
Yeah, look at that. We haven't even crossed an hour. That's pretty crazy by my standards. I just don't think it's a very good movie or well thought out movie. Hate to be the guy to say it. This is, as far as I know, a controversial take. Beloved movie from the 80s that everyone cries during. I don't like it. Not a fan. Not a fan at all.
And that is the end of our rant and review. My opinion's been somewhat changed. I think I'll lower it.
It has changed?
Yeah. You convinced me. Every episode, it's the same thing. I'm like, oh, I like. Well.
Do you still like E.T. as a character?
Yeah,
Would you still
like
cry?
You'd
still cry at the end?
I'd still cry. Yeah, I love him.
You'd see him abuse this child and manipulate him, and you'd cry.
I hope you
cried the day Epstein killed himself. I bet you cried the day Epstein killed himself. And you went, dude, he had a kind, no matter what he did to those kids, he had a kind soul. And I really feel bad that he killed himself.
I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you got some work done. Maybe you deleted some emails or files or whatever. Did some dishes. Maybe our soothing voices helped you fall asleep or whatever. Thanks for listening again. Check out our Patreon. Free episodes. There's 3 of them on there, so if you want more content, go check it out. I am your host, James, and joined by Josh. And we will see you next week.
The spirit of Jeff Epstein. Bye!